In this video, I wanted to talk about something that's very important to me, which is lifestyle versus diets. What it entails, what I've been doing for my weight loss, and what I think is a really good idea for your weight loss. My name is Mark and I'm here to help you live a better, healthier life. Now, if this is your first time here and you want to learn more about practical and effective ways to help with your weight loss and wellness journey, then please do hit the subscription button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos going forward. Now, without further ado, let's jump right in. So I wanted to talk today about the difference for me anyway between lifestyle and dieting. Now, for me, and I can only go on my experience, I got to the size I was originally from having possibly the worst lifestyle in the world when it comes to your weight. I ate too much of the right things at the wrong time. And although I enjoyed every minute of eating it and all the calories and everything else, it ended up with me getting to 33 stone or whatever that is. It's a very heavy weight, and it was all down to my really bad lifestyle choices. Now, over the years, I have tried just about every diet, some of which are fad diets, some of them are sensible diets, but I have tried everything, and I've noticed that over the years that when I have gone on a diet to lose some weight quickly, it's worked, and then I've gone back to an unhealthy lifestyle pretty shortly after and either put most, if not all, of the weight back on. So for me, I find that diets are really useful for losing a short, an amount of weight in a set time frame, and they're really good. But the ones that are the best are the ones that do what you should be doing with your lifestyle. So, lifestyle. I've harked on, and I apologize for that, I've harked on about using a TD calculator. I always have one at the bottom in the description, with the links. Feel free to use it. There are lots of them out there, but essentially a TD calculator tells you how many calories you should be eating on a given day to increase your weight, maintain your weight, or lose your weight. And it gives you a kind of idea of where you should be on that. Now, I know it gets a little bit more complicated with how much energy you're expending, how much effort you're putting into your day. Are you going for a walk? Are you going for a run? Are you going to the gym? Are you doing any physical exercise at all? Or are you doing what I used to do, which is sitting at a computer for 16 to 18 hours a day, sleeping and then getting back to the computer? But that is only as good as it goes. You need the lifestyle to go along with that. And that lifestyle, I think, is one of the things that's helped me lose the 13 stone that I've lost over the past few years and helped me keep it off. Don't get me wrong. There are some weeks I put on a little weight. There are some weeks I lose a little bit of weight. But if you look at it over time, I have lost 13 stone in a few years. It's been relatively healthy, short and steady weight loss. And that is down to choosing a lifestyle that is healthier. I sometimes throw a diet into the mix, but the fact is that it's a lifestyle that I've chosen, a lifestyle of actually doing more exercise than I used to, which is not very hard, I hasten to add, because at the time I did no exercise whatsoever. But it's all about doing a little bit more exercise, being a little bit more in control of the food you're eating, and understanding that some things used to, and occasionally still do, but mostly used to, send me into an eating frenzy, because I wasn't allowed, carbohydrates, or I wasn't allowed something else, which meant that me personally, all I ended up doing was having a craving for it, and as soon as I came off the latest diet, I would then gorge myself on 2 pizzas from Domino's to myself in a day. I'm not saying that's good. It obviously isn't. I'm still overweight, I'm still obese, but I'm no longer morbidly obese, which is many steps in the right direction. But it is one of those things that lifestyle is about the long run. It's about what can you sustain going forward. You can always throw a diet in there every now and again to give you a little bit of a boost. You can always do extra bits as a boost. But what's that underlying lifestyle that you're choosing? What's your new normal? All right, and if your new normal is having healthier snacks rather than that bar or two of chocolate, if it's having a little packet of crisps as a snack, as a treat, rather than the big grab bag that you're meant to share with other people, but I never did, what is it that is going to be your new normal? And the thing for me is that I really do believe that if you can make your lifestyle healthier, it becomes easier to maintain it for the long run, and you don't have the same ups and downs of emotional eating, stress eating, or just plain I'm hungry eating, to contend with as you're going forward. Particularly if you are there thinking to yourself, right, I'm not allowed to eat sugary things, or I'm not allowed to eat, steak, red meat, whatever it is. As soon as you rule something out and say, I'm not going to eat it ever again, or I'm not going to eat it for the next month, all you want to do at the end of that is stuff your face with it, if you're anything like me. So the bit for me is diets really are, in my opinion, the short term. Lose X amount of weight in a set period of time for that wedding, or to buy some new clothes, or to go on a summer holiday. But the lifestyle is what's going to help you maintain your healthier lifestyle, your healthier weight loss, or even your maintenance, going forward. So for me, the lifestyle is all about the long haul, the long race. How do you get, to a place where you're happy, you're comfortable, you're also healthier than you were, and hopefully over time, getting healthier. Whether that's losing weight or getting fitter, I don't think it matters too much. It's all about what can you do. So here's just a few things I found with lifestyle. Having healthier snacks in the house. Having carrot sticks and hummus as a snack rather than a packet of crisps. It's more filling, it's better for you, has less sugars and artificial stuff in it. It is one of those things that is a great way to have a treat that's not actually really bad for you. Having things like quark, however you say it, with some cocoa powder or some honey in it is a really good way of getting some protein, filling you up, and having something a little bit sweet without hitting the bags of sweets. For me, lifestyle, whether it's Weight Watchers or Slimming World or anything else, it's about a lifestyle. It's about doing something for the long run. And yes, you will have good weeks and bad weeks. But if on the long scale of things, the months are good, you will lose the weight and keep it off, more importantly, in the long run, over the years to come. We are going to talk briefly about diets, but I'm a great believer in the lifestyle is where you should be aiming for. And it has done really well for me. It is one of those things that, losing that weight and then keeping it off. And yes, a few weeks I put on a few pounds, and a few weeks I lose a few pounds, but mostly I'm going downwards in my weight, and I'm not suffering to do it either. I'm not having those cravings. I'm not sitting there going, I would kill for a bag of chocolate or whatever it is. So lifestyle, it is the way forward, I really do believe. If you can just get into your daily routine a little bit of exercise, whether it's walking or anything more strenuous, but have it as a regular part of your lifestyle. Getting up in the morning, going for a walk, then having your breakfast. It is one of those things that healthier snacks, a little bit of exercise, and having a healthy routine when it comes to your meals, so your body knows when it's going to feed itself. You're not there suddenly going to be thinking, oh, I haven't eaten for 6 hours and I'm now craving something, but I'm so hungry, I'm not going to cook anything, I'm going to raid a takeaway or something ready-made. You get the idea. For me, lifestyle, it is where it's at. But there is a place for diet, and we'll talk about that in a second. If you're enjoying this video and you want to show some support without costing you anything, please do smash that like button. It really does help get these videos out, and hopefully we can help more people as we go along. But let's talk about diets. There are a huge number of diets out there, from the extreme 3-day diets to Mediterranean, paleo, keto, intermittent fasting. I'm going to save intermittent fasting, volumetrics diets, which is the idea of eating volume. There are lots of different diets out there. And apart from a few that are plain bonkers, which I'm not going to go into because I'm not going to give them any airtime whatsoever, but if it's too good to be true, if they're promising for you to lose £30 in a month, there's something probably wrong with it. But there are lots of diets out there. Some will suit you more than they'll suit me, and vice versa. Your body will be different to mine. I've always done well with less carbs, more protein and fat than I have with, higher carbs. Carbs for me seems to be where I lose or gain the weight. I don't know why. It's just that's been the trend for me. So I don't think it matters too much whether it's paleo or Mediterranean or keto or volume. As long as you're getting your nutrients in, as long as you're getting a decent mix of food in your diet and you're not starving yourself, then I think in the long run that can only be a good thing, losing the weight. But there's a couple of things that I want to mention in here. That there's been lots of studies done on losing weight, and the simple fact is that if you eat more than your body needs, from its TD calculator on a regular basis, you will put on weight. If you eat less than your body needs, then you will lose weight. So a diet is only going to be as good as the calories you're putting in your body. It's really that simple. If you starve yourself too much, your body goes into shutdown and starts storing it as fat for later use because you're in starvation mode. If you eat too much, you've got too much energy, it'll store it as fat because there's too much energy to use. So it's finding that balance, finding the number you need to slowly lose weight and sticking there for as many weeks and months as you can in a row consistently. Sorry, I have been scuppered, hoodwinked. I've fallen for lots of the fad diet pills and everything else, eat this and it'll burn weight. And, I've done lots of different things over the years, but the simple fact is that there's not much we can do to change our metabolism. Yeah, drink some coffee, take some exercise, sleep better. There's a few things we can do. But the long and the short of it is that diets are fantastic for losing a bit of weight in a set time frame. But unless you can find a diet that fits in with the lifestyle you want, be it keto, be it Mediterranean, whatever it is, unless you can find that one that works with your lifestyle choices, then it is only going to be a fad diet that you will follow for a month or 6, and then you'll stop because you'll have a craving for something. So try to find a diet that complements your lifestyle choices, something that you can actually live with and live by for the long run. Because it is a simple case of more calories in than you need, put on weight. Less calories than you need, lose weight. It really is that simple. And I've tried to justify all sorts of different things over the years, but I have found consistently that unfortunately the science is right, and it's down to, can you consistently eat less than you need to maintain your weight? Because eventually you will lose weight. Sorry, I know it's not a shock, but I've been asked so many times about what diet to follow. Should I do intermittent fasting with whatever diet I'm following? And the long and the short of it is that the diet doesn't matter so much as long as it's good for you. If it starts increasing your cravings, it'll, in the end, self-destruct. But you've got to find something that you're happy eating for weeks and months to come. You've got to find something that you can have the right volumes to keep you feeling full. And you've got to find something that means that you're eating on or less than your maintenance calories from a TD calculator or similar. And you need to do it consistently. So I have fallen for things all through the years in terms of, weight loss, quickly type things. And unfortunately, I know this is a bit of a shock, but unfortunately science does win in the end. And the trick to whatever you're doing is having a lifestyle that you can maintain your eating on in the long run, and that what you're eating is on or below your maintenance calories every single day for as long as you possibly can. Now, I know that everybody has a cheat day. I know there's always going to be that wedding or family thing that you go to and you're going to eat or drink more calories. But if that is an occasional one day here and there, that you can deal with. It's when that one day of eating too much is 3 or 4 days in a week, you will end up putting on more weight, as I did. So this really for me is just something I've been asked quite a few times recently in terms of what diet would I recommend, what diet has worked for me. And my answer is that for me, lower carbs and intermittent fasting seems to be working, with a mind on the volume piece in terms of making sure that I feel full from what I've eaten. But it doesn't matter what diet you follow. If you're eating 1,000 calories or 500 calories more than you need to maintain your weight, you will put on weight. And it is unfortunately that simple. I hope you've enjoyed. And if you've got any comments, please do leave them in the comments section, and I will see you in the next video.